Alright, what's another video I can do while I'm sitting at home? How about episode 2 of Guitar Stories finally? So this is my Dean VMNT Dave Mustaine signature. So once again, not the biggest fan of Megadeth in the world, nothing against them, but they're not my favorite band. I, however, love this guitar. I used this thing mostly throughout high school, in like all of the talent shows and whatnot you can find on YouTube. I'm always playing this guitar, and since I played it so much and brought it to school so many times, it's just chipped and dented and destroyed every corner. From, guys dropping it backstage to me dropping it backstage and me dropping it on stage. I just am never kind to instruments. They're kind of tools. So this one has been retired from leaving the house because I don't want it to actually fall apart. But when I have it at home, it's still fun as hell to use. And in all honesty, it's actually usually in its case under this couch. But I've had it out for the past couple weeks. I threw a new set of strings on it because I've been trying to make this video. So here you go. Until I purchased the big metallic gray flying V behind me, this was the longest scale length instrument I owned. I think it's about 26 inches, which is the length of the scale, if that makes any sense to you. So Les Pauls and Strats are all a bit smaller. So when I played this thing in the music store, I didn't know that. I just picked it up and fell in love with it. And I think it's for two reasons. One is the scale. This 26-inch scale is really great for the stretch of my hands. I have a little bit longer fingers, so I can use this scale length really well. It makes this guitar really fast to play. Not very warmed up right now, but you get the point. I just really like that kind of evil sounding guitar. So that added length to it really makes the strings a little bit snappier. Right now I have it just in drop D, but it's still... It's not the best chunk heavy metal guitar, but it's really snappy. The other thing that really gets me is the flat fretboard. I don't know what the radius is. Again, I'm not one for the measurements. I don't really care about them. I just know what I like when I like it. So this is very flat feeling, and it definitely widens by the base of the neck. So the nut width is much more narrow than the bridge width, and it just makes it a whiz to play on this thing. All of your scales, all of your exercises are just fun. I almost refrain from using this as a practice guitar because it's easy to play. Like all of that stuff, if I tried to do that on my Strat or my acoustic, that builds some resistance a lot better than this just buttery, amazing flying V. What are some stories I can tell about this thing? This has a Strapping and Lad sticker on it, as you may have noticed. I was in a vinyl class in high school where I learned how to make stickers, and you basically just made whatever you felt like that day, and I loved Strapping and Lad back then and still do, so I put an SYL sticker on there, and then I met Devin Townsend at a record shop a couple months later and got him to sign it down on the bottom. So this is actually my second, or was my first, but it's of two I have now, Devin Townsend signed guitars. The V behind me is signed as well, but this one I got signed on the lower horn, and my knee has slowly worn off the D, and that one is signed on the upper horn, and my forearm has slowly worn off the Evan. So I have, between the two of them, a Devin signature, but not really for resale, I guess. This is one of the other guitars I have that I will never be able to sell due to the amount of time I've spent with it and things I've written on it. Almost all of the first stuff I recorded back in the day when I first got like GarageBand and whatnot was this thing and a Boss ME70. So to close up the video here, I've got a patch on the Aux effects that I downloaded from good old Bulb, Misha Mansour. This is his patch, I don't want to take credit for it, called Bulb V18 Rhythm Lead. Just a nice kind of high gain, bit of echo sound. So let's just riff around for a bit. That pickup was turned off. It's hard not to just want to do this on this guitar all day long, because it's like playing literal butter. better before I make these videos next time. But that was episode 2 of Guitar Stories. Let me know if you've seen anything in the background of any of my other videos, what guitar you'd like to see next. I've been going kind of in the order that I fell in love with them. That Zakk Wylde Les Paul was my first really good guitar. And this was the next guitar I had that made that same kind of like, this is amazing vibe. So like, subscribe if that is your thing. I will do more things because that's my thing. And this has been Guitar Stories. And that was awkward. Bye.